Okay, here is week one of the API segment. We're going to start with the ERD. So you can see we have the pet store table with the primary key of pet store ID, the employee table, primary key of employee ID, and a foreign key of pet store ID. We have a one to many, one mandatory to optional many connection here. Then we have the customer table with customer ID as the primary key. Then we have the join table, pet store customer with pet store ID and customer ID as the primary and foreign keys. And we have a many-to-many relationship here. All right. So next we'll go to MySQL, where you can see we have the pet store user created with all the permissions. And if we go to schemas, we can see that we have the pet store ID. On Spring, this is what we use to get our POM, Maven, filled out like this, jar 17 with these dependencies, explore. And we use those to create our pet store POM XML statement. So next we'll look at the tables. We'll start with the pet store under the entity package, which is under pet store. We have the entity and data annotations. We have our fields from the ERD with the ID and generated identity on the pet store ID. Here we have our connections. We have a set of employees that has the one-to-many. And down here we have the set of customer with the many-to-many as well as the join tables. On the customer table, we also again have the entity and data annotations. The customer ID being the ID and generated value. And we have the set down here of pet stores, many-to-many annotations. As long as we also have the equals and hashes exclude toString exclude on these as well. And on the employee table, again, the ID generated, the entity data annotations, and we have the many-to-one and the joined column statements for pet store ID. If we go to the application YAML file, we have our Spring and GPA data sources. We have pet store. Our connection is here. And if we look, we can go to our pet store application page, and we can go ahead and run this as a Java application. So you can see we have our alters, we have our drop of exists, create table statements all here, the hibernate. At this point, we can go ahead and terminate that. But we can see the application ran with the drop table of exists, the create table, alter table, all that. And now we can go to dbeaver. We already have pet store set up. We can refresh. Databases, pet store. And we can see that our tables exist. The only issue I've had so far with this is I'm also getting this pet store employees table being created. For now, if I had to, I could just delete it off. But this is something that I will have to go back and check with the assignment solutions to see where there could be a potential issue and get that cleaned up for moving forward. But so far, that is the week one coding assignment.